Doesn't matter. Good morning, Onish, everybody, good morning. So let us see now. Today we will do some experiment to show that the presence of water vapor in air. So you people also can do in our home if you have a cool water in our fridge. Actually, I don't have cool water, so that I am unable to do. So now brothers will show that. So what will happen means, listen, observe all of you. So there is always some water vapor in air around us. So that is only ways to call it as moisture, which we cannot see with our naked eye. But the amount of water vapor, understanding, in air, it is keep on changing. Sometimes more water vapor, sometimes less water vapor, everything is present. So now, this water vapor comes into the air. How this air is getting this water vapor means, which is the water evaporation of water present in ponds, lakes and rivers and oceans. So what are the water is present in water bodies? So because of evaporation, that will be converting into gas state, means in the sense of water vapor, and that is only present in atmosphere. Understand? So that is only ways to called as humidity. Understand? So the amount of water vapor present in air is only called as humidity. Present in gaseous state. Which is present in which state? Gaseous state. This is not constant throughout the atmosphere. Somewhere more moisture, somewhere less moisture, like that it is present. Depend upon the amount of water which is evaporating from the water bodies like lakes, ponds and oceans, etc., etc. So if more water evaporate, atmosphere contains more moisture. If less water contains less moisture. Now, observe very carefully how we can prove this means. Understand? Let us see now. So as we know that gas state to liquid state, we used to call it as what? Condensation. Is it yes or no? We used to call it condensation. So condensation will take place by reducing temperature or increasing temperature?
Reducing temperature.
Is it yes or no? So temperature falls. If the temperature will fall, then the gaseous substance will be converting into liquid substance. So that is what we have studied. Now, let us see here, Samya and Manya, do you understand? So now today's class, we are going to prove that our atmosphere contains water vapor. So now how we can prove? It is not visible by our naked eyes. We cannot able to see. So what we'll do means, so let us take now, you have a tumbler in your home. Is it yes or no, all of you? Do you have tumblers?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So everybody is having tumblers. Understand? Brothers, you get ready. So now, understand. So let us take, if you pour the normal water and you test it, either it is a leakage or not. Is there any leakage? If you pour the water in the water,
no, sir.
definitely that water will be like that only. So there is no leakage, and we will never observe any kind of water molecules on outer surface of it. Is it yes or no? Are you observing any water molecules in its outer surface?
No, sir.
Okay. So only if we pour normal water, we will never observe any kind of water molecules in outside surface. But instead of this normal water, if you keep cool water or else cold water, then after few minutes you can see, understand, you can observe the water droplets are present on its complete surface of the water tumbler, or if you keep it in plastic bottle, you can able to see more even. Is it yes or no? You can see that you can fill the water from the fridge. If you take it outside, if you drank some water and you kept it on the table, so after that, after a few minutes again, if you try to drink, you can see this full water surface, it is completely covered with the water. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you will feel
Yes,
it.
sir.
I will show you all. Why, sir? Means in the sense of if you keep the cool water, is it the water is coming outside from the bottle? Is it the water is coming
sir.
from the bottle? No. So what is happening here means the exact phenomenon. So when you keep the water inside, cool water inside, so that what will happen? This plastic or a metal surface, whatever it is, through that the coolness will go outside to the atmosphere. Do you understand, Ram? The coolness
Yes,
will
sir.
go
Yes, sir.
outside to the atmosphere. All of you should understand. So that the heat will exchange. So that here the temperature is more. Outside the temperature is more. And inside the bottle temperature is what? Temperature is very, very less. Is it or not? Less temperature. And here more temperature. So that what will happen? Suppose I have kept the water, cool water outside 10 minutes. Is it still the coolness will be same? Still the coolness will be same?
No, sir.
No,
It
sir.
will decrease, sir.
Coolness will decrease because the heat exchange in the sense of the hot temperature which is present here will be go inside, absorbed by this water, or else the coldness of this water will be exchanged given to the outside atmosphere. Now, atmosphere, the glass surroundings, it is present. Who is present? The glass surroundings present whom? Air.
Water
Air,
vapor.
sir.
Surrounding by the glass. Is it yes or no? So everywhere we have a air. Now, if this coolness will be absorbed by this atmosphere, so that the temperature of air will falls or increases. Surroundings.
False.
Surrounding temperature. So the surrounding
False.
temperature. Understanding. So surrounding temperature. Understanding will falls. Temperature will decreases. If temperature decreases, as we know that the liquid, understanding the water vapor which is present, water vapor present in, understanding, present in air, what will happen? It will condenses back into liquid water. So how it will means? The air will come and will touch this glass. Is it yes or no? The air will
Yes,
come
sir.
and will touch this glass and it will absorb the coolness from the glass so that the liquid water, the water vapor converted into the liquid and it will fall on its container surface. Do you understanding? That is what we are seeing as a water vapor. Understanding? Condensing back into the liquid. It is not leaking by the bottle or glass tumbler. It is the atmospheric water vapor is condenses on its surface because of, understanding, low temperatures. Do you understand, Ra?
Yes, sir.
So that is what. So now let us
Sir.
see practically also. Brothers, are you ready? On your camera.
Yes, sir.
On your camera. On your camera and bring one normal water also. First bring normal water. Now all of you see the Pradosh. Pradosh one you see. I'll make Pradosh. Pradosh, on your camera. All of you observe very carefully. I will make a host. Pradosh, I will make host. Let me make me host, Pradosh. Now, you have a tumbler. Now pour the normal water, Pradosh. Keep it, pour the normal water. Fully you pour, man. Till the top. Till the top you pour. All of you observe. Elamukil, I am seeing you. Yes, yes. Very nice, Elamukil. Pradosh, make it. Pour the water fully. Normal water.
பிரதோஷ் அவன் வந்து ரெடி பண்ணி வச்சிருக்காரு காக்க அனுப்பிட்டு இருப்பான் போல இருக்கு.
Where are you, Pradosh? Okay.
அத பையில ஹோஸ்டாவே மாத்திட்டாங்க.
Now you can see he has poured the water fully in the container. Do you observe any water surface, water droplets on the surface? Surface you show. Surface you show. Bottle surface. We are not observing any water droplets. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now you can wait even 1 minute or 10 seconds or 20 seconds also you wait. Nothing will happen. Now, Pradosh, pour that water and you fill with ice cubes or cool water. You just wait, all of you. So now you can observe the change. What will happen? Is it ready, Pradosh? All of you observe very carefully. You can do in your home. You are also. It's not an issue. Alana, everybody must try. Laksha, in your home you can try. You have some cool water, or else if you have cool drink also you can see. You just take the cool drink from your fridge. Understand? On the upper surface, you just clean with a dry cloth, and again you keep it 1 or 2 minutes in outside. If you have, you can on your camera also. You can see that water droplets will form on the cool drink. It is not a cool drink, water. Now Pradosh is ready. Now you can see, observe carefully. Wait. Show the inside. Inside you show. Inside what you kept. Fully, have you kept fully water? Water you pour. Pour water also, Pradosh. Don't have water?
Having, sir.
Water you pour. Elamukil is showing. You can see here. Elamukil fully you have to fill here. It's empty. In that we cannot see clearly. Andhra Pradesh. Now you can observe the camera. Keep that camera like that only. After a few minutes or a few seconds, you can observe that the water moisture will start forming on its surface. You can see. You just wait for a few minutes. Here you can see. It is very nice. Are you noticed it? Moisture is forming on its surface. Are you observe or not? Others, girls?
Yes, sir.
Yes. You can observe here. So is it
Yes,
this
sir.
water coming inside from the bottle? It's not coming inside from the bottle. Is it yes or no? So what will happen here means the outside air will come and will contact with this container so that the heat exchange will take place. Means the inside coldness will go outside and the outside hotness will go inside. So that outside air, when it absorbs its moisture, when it will absorb its heat energy from inside, this coldness, so the temperature will falls down so that the water vapor, whatever it is present inside that air, will be condenses as a liquid form in the container walls, the surface of the container. Do you understand, Amma? All of you? Manya and
Yes,
Samya?
sir.
Darun?
Yes, sir.
Everybody must
Yes,
write.
sir.
So this is what we used to call as. So from this experiment, we can prove that our atmosphere is having moisture or not. Atmosphere contains water vapor or not. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Pradosh, you show the container now. What we kept. That is you can show. Is it came or not? You see. Is it came? It will take time. Slowly it is coming. Correct. It is forming. You can rub with the finger. Now you should keep one with the camera. One finger you rub it like slightly on its surface with the finger. Like this you rub. You can see that. Normally you rub, again you rub. With the, you can see. See, are you seeing the change? Water is forming. Have you noticed it or not? All of you. Now
Yes,
you
sir.
rub with the
Yes,
finger.
sir.
Now you can see it is wet. Before it is dry, now it is already become wet. Rub with the finger, Pradosh. Like this down you can push like this. Single hand, single finger you can push down. So you can see that water vapor is forming. Yes or no? All of you.
Yes, sir.
So that is. So from this experiment, I can say that. Understand? So you can stop, Pradosh. Enough. Thank you. You keep it inside and come. It will be spoiled. Okay. So that is what we can say. Understand? So always our atmosphere, it contains water vapor, but that is not, understand, exactly equal amount everywhere. It will be varies from place to place. Do you understand, Amma? Is there any
Yes,
doubt? Yes or no? So what is happening here exactly means, if we take here, understand the presence of water vapor in air, understand, will become and will contacting with the surface. So let us discuss now, because some picture you should draw in our classwork, correct? So that you can see. So how it is happening in the sense of, so you can take a crushed ice or else any cool drink or else any kind of cool water inside this tumbler. Pradosh, make me host. Make me host. Pradosh. Darun, do you understand?
Oh, sir.
Make me host fastly. Darun, do you understand or not? Hey, Mavanish. Tamil Selvan?
Sir.
That is what.
Yes, sir.
Make me host, Pradosh. Okay, thank you. So now you can see here what is happening in the sense of nothing. So like when the air which is present in its surroundings, understand, if you imagine like a tumbler, what we have done now, it will come and will contact with this container. So that what will happen? The coldness will be exchanged, absorbed by the hot air, so that the coldness will be, understanding, continuously supplied to the air which is present in the surroundings. So whenever it will come and contact with the surface, understand, so that the temperature will fall, the air temperature will fall, so that the water vapor, whatever it is present, understand, it will be condenses as a liquid droplets on the surface. Do you notice it? A liquid droplets on the surface? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is what exactly happening. Even practically also we have seen. But you have to keep understanding crushed ice or else a very cool water or else any kind of cool drink. So why can't with the normal water? Why can't it is normal water? It is not taking place. Why you can able to say? Why can't normal water?
Sir, the temperature is high.
Temperatures, if we'll take, suppose, instead of cool water here, if I'll take normal water, normal drinking water or something, then what will happen? Outside air temperature as well as the normal water temperature is almost same. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So the heat is constant. There is no exchange of heat. Always you remember, when the heat will transfer, somewhere more temperature, somewhere less temperature, then only the exchange will take place. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that is why by the time there is no condensation of water, if you fill with the normal water in the container or else normal anything. Now if you fill the cold water or crushed ice or something, what will happen? Outside temperature is different, inside temperature is different. So that heat exchange will take place. The temperature will exchange from outside to inside and inside to outside. So that what will happen? Outside temperature will falls down. So that is the reason why the water vapor which is present in the atmosphere will be condenses as a liquid on its surface of the tumbler. Do you understand, all of you? That is what
Yes, sir.
is happening. So that formation of drops of water on the outside surface of a tumbler containing a crushed ice or cool water or cool drink or anything shows that what it is showing? It is showing that presence of water vapor in air, presence
Yeah.
of vapor in air. Do you understand, Ra? All
Yes,
of you?
sir.
Yes, sir.
So that is what you should remember. Understand? So this water vapor is also given out by plants also. Understand? It will take not only by the evaporation of water from the ponds, understanding, ponds, lakes, understanding, rivers, and etc. etc. If water is converting from liquid state to gaseous state, from these kind of water bodies, then that is called as evaporation. What we should call?
Evaporation.
Evaporation. But same water, understanding, evaporation, if same water is converting from the plants also convert the liquid water into gaseous state, evaporation into gaseous state. So what are the plants? So the plant if will take, so the water which is evaporating from the plant from the liquid state, because they will absorb huge amount of water, so which will converting in the liquid state to gaseous state. So that process is called as
Transpiration.
what we should call?
Transpiration.
So remember, both evaporation and transpiration, both are natural process or artificial process.
Natural process.
Understand? So this is called as evaporation. Evaporating from bodies, and this water bodies is called as evaporation. From the plant. Plant also which part? Only from the leaves.
Leaf.
From the leaves. Understand? From the leaves, the water will evaporate. That process is called as transpiration.
Transpiration.
What is it called? Transpiration. Very good, Manya. So that is what. So even our animals also, we will give out water vapor and one process. What is the process? Can you able to say? We will also give out water vapor. What is that? While we are respiration, understanding, we will breathe out the air, understanding. So while we are releasing the air, carbon dioxide, so along with the carbon dioxide, we will send some amount of water vapor also. So animals, every animal, understanding, they will give out water vapor when they breathe out air. When they breathe out air. In the sense of, while you are exhaling air, we will send some water vapor also. So now, understanding. So that is what the experiment to verify that, understanding what is happening, to verify that the water vapor is present in the atmosphere. So for that nothing will happen. So just we have to take one steel tumbler, even plastic bottle also, put some well crushed ice into it and wipe the tumbler from outside with a piece of clean clean dry cloth. So we have to wipe outside surface, because then only we can see the clear formation of water droplets. If we'll wipe it, then initially if it is any wetness on its surface, it will be washed off cleanly. Understand? If you clean with a dry cloth, so it will make it outside completely, it's completely dry. Outside surface of the tumbler is completely dry. So now you can see, understand, if you undisturbed for a few minutes, understand, a large number of tiny drops of water appears on the outer surface of steel tumbler. So means in the sense of what? The air around steel tumbler contains what?
Water vapor.
Water vapor. So when this water vapor comes in contact with the cold outside surface of steel tumbler, so they condenses to form a tiny droplets of liquid water. So that is means in the sense of our atmosphere contains what? Our atmosphere
Water vapor.
water vapor.
Water vapor.
Our air contains water vapor. That is what you should write. Right. To show the presence of water vapor in air. To show the presence of water vapor in air. Have you kept the heading? Now down you write. All of you should write. All of you write. There is always some water vapor in air. There is always some water vapor in air around us. There is always some water vapor in the air around us, which we cannot see. Is it possible to see, Ra? Is it possible to
No,
see?
sir.
No. When it is liquid state only, we can able to see. When it is gaseous state, we cannot able to see. That is, there is always some water vapor in the air around us, which we cannot see. Which we cannot see. The amount of water vapor in air. The amount of water vapor in air. Manish and Tamil Selvan, Manya, Samya, you also try this experiment in your home. Everybody must try. Okay? You have to check it, verify once. All of you. Water vapor in air. The amount of water vapor in air keeps on changing. Keeps on changing. Keeps on changing. Keeps on changing. So evaporating, changing of water from liquid state to gaseous state from the water bodies, which to called as what?
Evaporation.
From the plants,
Transpiration.
and from the animals, breathing out. Understand? So that is what you should remember. So you can write water evaporated. Water evaporates from water bodies. From water bodies. Water bodies means what? You can write bracket lake, pond, understanding ocean, etc. Through evaporation. Through evaporation. From plants, from the plant leaves, through the process, through transpiration. Transpiration. Same way,
Sir, after changing.
changing through evaporation. After changing, what changing? After changing, full stop. You can keep that. Like next, water vapor. Water evaporates. Water evaporates. Next point. Water evaporates from water bodies through evaporation. Next, from the plant leaves through the transpiration, and from animals through breathing out. Through breathing out. Do you understand or not? So this is what. Okay. So now below that I have shown you the diagram, correct? You can draw this diagram. So that is what the experiment. Understand? So this diagram simply you can draw. A glass tumbler or something you can draw. All of you. Completed? This diagram you should draw, and below its name you can keep this. Take the diagram. Then
1
later.
minute, sir.
Yeah, and below it you have to write the name. What is the name you should write here? You can write experiment to show the presence of water vapor. Experiment to show the presence of water vapor in air. Experiment to show the presence of water vapor in air. Experiment below the diagram you can write experiment to show the presence of water vapor in air. That is what? Do you understand, Ra? Yes? Now,
Yes, sir.
that is what about this one. And this, if it comes to the last one, last concept in this chapter, which is, so as you know that we have a 3 states of matter. Can anybody say what is that? What is
Solid,
Solid,
liquid,
liquid,
gas.
solid, liquid and gas? So actually we have two more states of matter. That is only one way is to call it as plasma, and the last state of matter, which is we should prepare basically in lab we can prepare. So that is only called as Bose-Einstein condensate. What we should call? Bose-Einstein condensate. So that is what we'll see now. Is it okay, Ra? Yes. So right now,
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
all of you should write 2 more states of matter. 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 Understanding? One is what? Plasma. What we should call? Plasma. P-L-A-S-M-A.
Plasma.
Plasma. P-L-A-S-M-A. Plasma. And Bose-Einstein condensation. Actually, this is why Bose-Einstein condensation means an Indian scientist, Mr. name called as Bose. He has first proposed this matter, and he has sent that papers to Mr. Einstein. Understand? So that is why later Einstein done like in the sense of research, and he has been approved this. So that is why this is called as, understand, Bose-Einstein condensate. Do you understand, Ra? Bose-Einstein condensate, because of
Yes,
first
sir.
done by
Sir.
Yes,
done
sir.
by Mr. Bose from Indian scientist, N.K. Bose. His name is Bose. Bose scientist has done some thesis, and he has sent that papers to, understanding. You have written evaporation. Understanding, okay. Send it to Mr. Einstein. So later it has been like analyzed and experimentally proved by Einstein. So that is why it is called as Bose-Einstein condensate. Understanding, right? 2 more states of matter. One is plasma and second one is Bose-Einstein. B-O-S-E, Bose, Einstein. E-I, Einstein, E-I-N-S-T-I-N, Einstein, condensate. S-A-T, condensate. All of you should write. C-O-N-D-E-N-S-A-T, condensate. So let us discuss now. Is it okay, Ra? So before and all, we used to say that we have a 3 states of matter. Only, understanding, we have a solid, understanding, we have a liquid, and we have a gas. But now at present scientists will say, understanding, we have a 5 states of matter. The 4th one is called as plasma, understanding, and the last one is called as Bose, B-I-E, you can call it as. B-I-E means what? Sorry, B-E-C. B-E-C. So B-E-C means what? Bose-Einstein. Bose-Einstein
Condensate.
condensate. So now,
Then state.
let us discuss this one. So as we know that you already studied, I think you have not studied in lower classes, you will study. So as we know that if you take matter is made up of molecules, is it yes or no? If you take a matter,
Yeah.
so this matter is made up of molecules, is it yes or no? No.
Yes, sir.
Matter is made up of what? Atoms. Matter is made up of what? Atoms.
Atoms.
Awesome.
So these atoms, if you take, atoms contains electrons, understand, protons and neutrons. Electrons, protons and neutrons.
Neutrons.
All of you? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now what is the meaning of plasma?
Yes, sir.
Plasma means, all of you should remember. So if you start heating the solid, solid will be converting into water. All of you?
Liquid.
Liquid. If you start heating liquid,
Liquid.
what it will become?
Liquid.
What it will become?
Gas.
Gas.
No. Still, if you are start heating the gas more and more and more, remember, still if you are heating the gas more and more and more and more temperature, then the gas particles can start, understand, removing its electrons from its atoms. Understand? So the electrons will be removed from the gas particles. Electrons are removed means in the sense of the atoms will be turned into ions. So if you'll remove the electrons, then that is called as what? Ions. What we should call? Ions. Understand? So if you remove the electrons, the plasma is a mixture of free electrons and ions. So that is what, if you keep on heating the gas more and more and more and more, then the electrons has been removed from these atoms. So that state of matter is only called as, what we should call? Plasma.
Plasma.
Understand?
Plasma.
Plasma is considered the fourth state of matter. So usually this plasma is naturally occurs in the stars. Understanding that? So 99% of this universe is made up of this plasma only. Do you understand, Ra?
Yes, sir.
Understanding? But on our
Yes,
Earth,
sir.
it is only 0.1%, and that is also we can make in only lab only we can make it. But if you go out of Earth, complete universe is made up of what? Universe is made
Plasma.
up of what? Plasma only. All the stars, galaxies, understanding, everything is made up of this plasma only. Understanding? That is why a plasma compared to the gas temperature, plasma temperature is much more or much less? Much more or much less? More. Because gas
More.
is heating again and again and again. More and more and more. That is why the plasma is even more hotter than the gas. Understand? So the plasma naturally in the stars, including the sun, the largest star which is close to the earth is sun. Sun is also made up of plasma. So inside the stars, understanding, the temperature is so high. Is it yes or no? Very, very,
Yes,
very
sir.
high. Understanding that the atoms will start breaking up. Means in the sense of the sum of the electrons break away from the atoms. Understanding? And converting the rust atoms into electrically charged particles. So that is only we used to call it as ions. What we should call it? Electrons are removed.
Ions.
They will turn into charged particles. Charged particles.
Charged
If you are not
particles.
understanding, ask me. Charged particles. These charged particles only called as ions. What we should call? Ions.
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 So this mixture of free electrons means electrons are separated. Electrons are removed from the atom, and as well as this ions is only called as plasma. What we should call? Plasma. The
Plasma.
electrons and the ions, after removing the electrons, we should call as atoms is called as ions. So that ions is only called as charged particles. What we should call? Charged particles.
Charged particles.
Sir, what charged, sir?
It will be like, if you remove the electrons, it will be like a positive charge. What we should call? Positive charge. Okay, na Pradosh?
Okay, sir.
Actually, some ions will be negative charge also. It is in chemistry. Understanding? But if you add the electrons, negative charge. If you remove the electrons, positive charge. But here only removed electrons. That is why I am not saying any positive charge. Because if I say positive charge, you will ask, sir, what about negative charge? That is why I am just saying charged particles. Do you understand?
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So if you take some atom contains, understanding, nucleus, it contains protons and neutrons, and its shells, it contains electrons. All of you should remember. If you remove these electrons, then it will turn into positive charge. What we should call? Positive charge. Why?
Positive
Positive charge.
In the third chapter. If you add the electron, one more electron if you add, then it is called as negative charge. We used to call it as what? Negative charge.
Negative charge.
Negative
So if
charge.
you remove these electrons from the gas, then that is only called as plasma. So this plasma is a mixture of free electrons, and as well as if you remove the electrons, what we should call that? That atom is called as
Ions.
ions. So
Ions.
only called as ions. So this mixture of free electrons and ions is only called as a fourth state of matter. So that is only called as what? Plasma. What we should call?
Plasma.
Plasma.
So even this plasma we can make on Earth by passing the electricity through gases at very, very low pressures, understanding, taken in a glass tube. So if we take a glass tube, understanding, some kind of a glass tubes, understand, and if we'll pass suppose it is filled with the electricity, it is filled with the gas. some gas is present inside, and along with that, if you pass the electricity, if you pass the what? Electricity, then
Electricity.
we can create a plasma here. So because of passing the electricity, high understanding, high heat energy will be generated. So that what will happen? Understanding that the electrons is removed from that gas, so that it will turns into free electrons and ions. So that is only we used to call it as plasma. So now, our home, everybody, we are using this plasma when we are using in us, when we switch it on. When we switch it on the bulb, we are using this plasma. Have you noticed the fluorescent bulbs, fluorescent tubes? Have you noticed the tube lights, right? Fluorescent
Yes, sir.
tubes. Fluorescent,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
yes or no? Fluorescent tubes, if you observe,
Yes, sir.
when it is broken, you may notice it, some kind of sound, gas sound will come. Have you seen it? Gas sound.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you may see it.
Yes, sir.
Watch it. And hero will hit that with the tube with any kind of villain. You can see like a sound, gas sound will come out because inside some gas is filled. So when you pass the electricity, what will happen in the sense of understand? So these fluorescent tubes and understanding and the neon sign bulbs, any kind you can take neon sign, neon filled gas. Neon is a gas. Understand?